I would like to introduce you to our next governor, David Hatley.
Thank you. Thank you. Good evening, guys. Tonight, the primaries end in the state of Tennessee in about 55 minutes. What we just sat through, we seen $20 million spent, and all you guys seen on your phones and your TVs was politicians tearing each other down, tearing each other apart. I can't find one ad out there, one speech, not one sentence where someone talked about lowering your cost or helping your life or teaching your kids how to read, improving your daily lives. Everybody in this room tonight runs something. A classroom, a farm, a shop, a shift, a household budget. Imagine spending over $20 million and having nothing to show for it. From where we're from, that's called throwing money away. But what I've learned in the last few months is what they call that in politics is a campaign. So tonight, we're beginning a movement that is about you and only about you guys out there. Because you guys are the ones that pay the state's bills, and that's a fact. I grew up in a broken home with a mom that had an addiction and a father that was mostly absent. And when he was home, he was usually sleeping or not doing anything with me. Most of you guys know that I have walked in almost every single Tennessean's shoes. And that is how you can relate and understand how people are hurting in this world right now, in this state right now. How this economy is not working for everyone, only some people. My book is right over there if you guys want to know the rest of my story. I'm not going to spend the night talking about me. I want to talk about Tennessee tonight. I wrote that book to help others. It's free. Pick up a copy. I didn't write it to make money, because if I help one person, it was worth my time and effort to put that book out there. One little kid that sat and had a broken home and had to fight for himself and claw his way through life to be successful. That's why I wrote the book. Now I'm here tonight, and as you guys know, I'm running for governor of Tennessee. And I'm self-funding my campaign. That way, when I'm governor of Tennessee, I don't owe anyone anything. I am free to serve you. I will be the true independent, not just the title. I will not be influenced by any outside organization. I will make the decisions that are best for these people in this room. You know, in my business, and a lot of people that I work with, we've seen people walk in to fill out a job application that politely hand it back because they can't read it, and we have to help them. In Tennessee, we have fallen behind Mississippi in reading. Let that sink in. Mississippi has passed us in reading for our kids' education. And I've watched my own employees that bust their butts day in and day out get outbid on homes by private equity firms in New York because they want to rent them out. I know when my mom was finally able to buy that first home, man, that's the first time in my life that I had stability. I moved 8 times in 9 years. And I spent the last 4 years of my life when she bought that home at Daniel Boone High School and was able to get a good education. And that's the importance and the stability that homeownership brings. And I've watched great people, ones I've trained, ones I've trusted, lose their lives to pills, addiction, with nowhere to turn, no system to help them get back on their feet. That's what we need to focus on. I watched my mom have a seizure and pass away at 65 years old, 2 days before she was checking into an alcohol rehab center. because there was no facilities available in this state to get her in any sooner. I lost my father and my 10-year-old niece in a car accident because someone decided to stop the protective barrier 100 feet before it needed to be stopped, just to fit in a state budget. Politicians talk about these things like they're statistics, but they're people. They're people that I know and you know that we love that this happens to. Now, before I share with you what I'm going to do as your next governor, let me ask you a few questions. I just want you guys to be honest, and I want to hear your response to these, because I want to know if you feel the same way that I feel, because that's why I'm running for governor. Are you fed up with all the waste and fraud and abuse in our state government? Thank you. Are you sickened in your stomach and fed up that we are on the news for being ranked dead last in quality of life? Are you fed up with politicians that run a campaign only to get elected and kick the can down the road for the next governor? As your next governor, I'm going to keep government out of your way. And I'm going to spend our tax money the way I would spend it through my business. We're going to get more for less, because that's how you maximize and get better in Tennessee. And here's what that looks like. First, it's accountability. Our current governor, who is a good man, has claimed executive privilege 80 times on documents not to release them in the last 8 years. The first thing I will do is create an independent, elected state auditor, just like 24 other states do, by the way. We're not doing anything crazy here. This is transparency. This is how state government should work. Tennessee doesn't work that way. Who answers to no party, he's a CPA, and you guys can elect him. He's not going to be elected. Right now, they're elected by politicians. It's a politician electing a politician. We need a real auditor who can go in and find the waste, who's not a party affiliate. We need a portal where every single check the state of Tennessee writes is online and transparent for everyone to question and see. And this one I've experienced myself, and I will. You can count on me to ban these contributions from these state contractors that are donating to my competitors' campaigns, putting millions of dollars in their PACs so they keep their contracts. We will ban that, just like many other states have already done. And second, we are going to fix our education system. If it is the last thing I do, we are going to be a leader in education, and people are going to look to see what Tennessee is doing. Can you believe that 2 out of 3 people graduating our high schools right here in our state are reading below an 8th grade level? If that doesn't get you fired up, then you're probably in the wrong room. It's absolutely something that we have to provide our next generation. I firmly believe that 8th grade, that reading and math is the cornerstone of our success in life. Failing to teach our kids these vital skills leads to everything bad: discrimination, drugs, crime, poverty. They all come from no education and not being able to read and succeed in life. We have to go back to the basics. We just have to get the kids help that aren't keeping up in school. We have to pay attention. We have to look around. We can't turn our head and know that that kid is not ready for the next grade. We have to intervene, and we have to have literacy coaches that are parked in these low-performing schools until they get better and the kids can read. Childcare, it's crushing working families right now. I'll expand it, and I'll cut the red tape that brings the cost down. Right now, we have requirements that are off the chains. We have requirements like one person to watch 8 kids that are 8 years old when another state is 15. So what does that do? That drives our cost up. We need to look. We're not going to make our daycares less safe. We're not going to compromise safety. We're going to simply look around and see what the other states around us are doing, and they're already doing it successfully. Parents can't afford childcare right now. I see it every day. I lose employees who are better off to stay at home with their kids. It's got to stop. Housing, affordable housing. We talked about that. We're going to clear the barriers and lessen the burden of all these regulations that have gotten built into all these housing codes from politics, not safety. These regulations are over the top. They're driving all of our cost up to build a house. They weren't there 10 years ago. Politics has gotten out of control. We're going to roll back the code, and we're going to look at things that are not compromising safety, that can get our houses built cheaper and more affordable. And know this too, I will rein in all that out-of-state buying up starter homes that are turning our neighborhoods into mini hotels. I will put a stop to that. Infrastructure. We're going to build roads that are using perpetual pavement systems like South Carolina and many other states. Roads that last 60 years. Roads that go 15 years with no maintenance. There is no reason for us to be building roads and working on them and having potholes in 5 years. Other states are doing this, guys. We got to step up in Tennessee. We got to get rid of the orange barrels. Let us live our lives and enjoy our lives. And I'll darn sure make sure that people like my dad have a barrier when a car is going 70 miles an hour and leaves the road headed towards the other side on every single Tennessee interstate. And then there's crime. Common sense says we need to help our detectives and stop pointing fingers across this state. Tennessee has one of the worst clearance rates in the country. And that clearance rate, that means catching the bad guys. We can't catch bad guys. So how do we not expect to be the third most violent state in the country when it's easier to be a criminal than to be a police officer? What's wrong with that? That's going to stop. We need more police and more detectives to deal with these backlogs of cases. Our police force is something that we should all be proud of. They work day in, day out. It's a servant position. They're not given a fair shot right now. We need to step up, and we need to make sure that they have the tools. Our crime lab in Tennessee right now can take 3 to 4 months to get test results back. Where's the suspect in 3 to 4 months? These are common sense issues that we've got to get on top of if we want to be safe, and we will be safe. And by the way, we need to prevent crime, and that brings me to recidivism. It's a big part. If you guys don't know what that is rehabilitating people who have been incarcerated. That is a big deal in this state. If you look around some states, instead of building new prisons, they invested in helping people that are in prison get better, and then they don't come back. Half of our people are coming back in 3 years right now in Tennessee. We're spending $41,000 a year to house a prisoner. And then we're basically showing them the front gates and locking the door and saying, don't come back. That's not how we treat people. That's not how we treat neighbors. We need to make sure before they get on the other side of that gate that they've got an ID, that they've had help that they need while they're in jail, that they have all the therapy and they have a job lined up that works when they get out. And I know this because we have hired people like this and we have watched them turn their lives around. We are not giving them a chance to have a second chance, and that's got to change. Now, you know what the politicians are going to say. You can't fix these things. You don't have the power. It's just the way government works. You're going to hear all this over the next 3 months. You're going to hear that I'm not qualified to run the state. It's just an endless excuse to kick the can down the road. It's all politicians do. It's okay, that's their job. We all know that's their job. Many of them haven't been in the real world. They haven't experienced real problems. They can't relate. They operate from boardrooms. That's not how to run a government. A government needs to be ran by somebody that listens and understands problems from top to bottom. But unlike these politicians, I've been challenged my whole life. I've been told, no, you can't, my whole life. So stand back and watch what's about to happen when I'm elected governor. Change can always happen. It's a matter of the determination and the passion to make the change happen. In closing, I'll say this again. Tonight, over $20 million is about to hit the wave, and you'll finally get not flooded with all these terrible commercials on your phones and devices. But in this room right here where you guys are at tonight, we're doing something different. We're starting something different, and I want to ask each of you guys in this room to join me on this journey. I need the most powerful thing you have in a democracy. I need your support, and I need your vote. In return, I will make this pledge with all my heart. As governor, my administration will be the most impactful and efficient in Tennessee history, period. And it's all for the benefit of you guys and your families. And finally, I say, let's see who wins the primaries tonight. Bring on my opponents. I will outwork them. I will out-hustle them. I will tackle them toe-to-toe because I am here to get results. I am not here to get the job. I'm here to do the job. Thank you, East Tennessee. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys.